Hello, good day everyone. October is a mental health month. That is the reason why the topic that I'm going to share with you is again about mental health. So how you can manage stress and depression. How are you today? How are you in your online class? Are you still okay? So we'll try to know what mental health is. Mental health, this includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, feel, and act. It also helps determine how we handle stress, relate to others, and make choices. So when we speak about mental health, no, this includes how we feel, our emotions, how we act, how we behave to other people, what is there in our mind, how we think, how we feel, and how we act. So this could, as mentioned there, this could also help determine how we handle stress. Meaning, it would depend. Now, if you are mentally healthy, if you know how to handle stress. Every one of us here experience stress, right? So, as long as you know how to balance yourself, you know how to handle the stress that you've experienced, that would mean you are mentally healthy. No, you can relate to others and you can also have or make good choices. So, meaning you are mentally healthy or you have that good mental health. There are actually factors that contribute to mental health problems. So, what are those? So, biological factors, just like, for example, the genes or the brain chemistry. So, meaning that based on how our brains are wired, so the genes that we have, so that's also one factor, one of the factors there. No, the genes that we inherit from our parents or how our brain being wired. The life experiences, just like the trauma, just like no the one that you have experienced, the abuse, whether it's physically abused or sexually abused. So those trauma there could also contribute to mental health problems. The family history of mental health problems. So for example, why is it that this particular individual would find hard to handle the problems, so they usually get depressed? It's actually, if we will try to go back, so it's actually because their family are like that, no? Depressive type, easily get depressed. So family history is one. So maybe one of the members of the family or relatives died or commit suicide. So because it's hard for them to handle their problems. So we have here some common causes and symptoms for you students. So what causes stress? What causes depression or anxiety? So one here is maintaining your high GPA. So your grade point average. So keeping up with online classes can be hard, right? Yes, I understand. You really find hard, no? With your experience on online class, especially you are facing the screen for about 2 to 3 hours, no, for the college students. Then I think the high school students, for the senior high school and the junior high school, I think it's more than baka 5 hours. No, you can just imagine facing no the screen for about that hour. So it could really cause stress. So that's one of the causes for stresses for students. So then you also have this lack of gadget to be used for online classes. So wala kayong cellphone na pwedeng magamit o nasira na ba yung cellphone nyo. So yun, that may cause stress. Then your internet connections, just like what you have experienced now nga mukalit lang kawala no ang internet connections, or you do not have such stable internet connection. So then while you are attending the online class, so you lost the signal, so it may cause problems or it may cause stress. Then, complying your requirements and projects assigned by your instructors. So you have plenty of requirements, no? So then some of the instructors would require you to have a video on the presentation that you have or one that you have prepared. So complying for that requirements, because you will be given a deadline for that particular project or requirement. So again, will cause a stress. Then facing the screen. So as what I have already mentioned, facing the screen for prolonged periods, that's mentally draining. So I just can't remember one of the college students so approached me because according to her, he could no longer control the headache. She always suffered from headaches because of prolonged periods in facing the screen. Yes, that's right. It would really cause mental draining, no? So para kang na brain drain, because of the radiation. So, di ba? You have noticed? Makasakit na sa inyong mata, right? I know you have experienced that. So, it would add to the stresses that you have. Then, missing family and friends, especially for the college students, no? Or the senior high school students, especially those coming from the remote areas here in Ingoog, since there's no signal or internet connections you have there, so you have decided to stay here in the city. So you're far from homes, you're from your parents, so you suffer from homesickness and loneliness. So that's actually common, especially for the college students. Then home distractions. Yes, while you are having your online class and there you are there at home, then that could not be controlled. Now there are actually distractions there at home. Your other siblings actually were quarreling while you are attending. So that would disrupt your focus, your attention. So yun. Then your dog there is barking. So yun, it could disrupt or distract your attention, your focus. Plus the financial worries. Financial aid, for example, for the internet connection. Wala ka ng load, so nagka-problema na ka, sa perang pang-load. Then, plus the payment of your school accounts, school fees. So, that's one also. Then, for the college students, for the senior, fourth year college students, so planning for the future, students feel pressure to secure a job for after graduation. So, for the college students, you also have that, you feel pressure because this year you will graduate. Then the question there is whether you can secure a job. So by just thinking of that, so it would also add your stress. Plus the COVID-19 pandemic. Yes, this is out of the blue, kalit lang. Dayon, it's immediate threat. Fatal siya, especially if you're not vaccinated. Plus you have that that pre-existing condition. So yun, you have that feeling of fear. Plus, prolong until now, yes. COVID-19 is still here. So, we are also uncertain with our lives now. We still do not know because coronavirus is still with us. Then, no end date. We still do not know when this pandemic will end. So, all of this could actually contribute to the stresses that we have in anxiety. All of us, di ba? All of us we are actually afraid of the coronavirus. So that is why urging everyone to be vaccinated, especially, for the college students since you are already 18. Then, stress and anxiety impacts on our health and well-being. So for our health, so it would increase production of stress hormones. That would mean if you are at stress, if you are depressed, no, if you have a feeling of anxiety, so it would increase your stress production and would worsen the pre-existing condition. So if you have illness, if you have diseases, for example, so maworsen siya, magkagrabe because of the increased production of that stress hormones. Then, discourage or interrupt health maintenance program because of what you feel, because of that stress, because of that anxiety. So it would interrupt your health maintenance program. For example, you have that program for you to be healthy. So because of what you feel, because of what you think, what you feel, you get discouraged. So it would interrupt the practice that you have, your healthy habits that you practice. Then, how about the health wellness or the well-being? So, this would also disrupt your usual self-care routine. So, supposed to be, this is what you are doing. You always, keep yourselves clean. Okay, these are your routines. So, madisrupt siya. It's because of what you are feeling right now, what you are thinking right now. Imbis kay everyday you are going to take a bath. So, naundang siya. It's actually because you do not want to be disturbed. Okay, so yun. Adaption, reasoning. Back to not so healthy coping skill. So, it's because of what you feel, again, as what I have mentioned, because of stress, because of anxiety, or you get depressed. So, you resort to what? Not so healthy coping skills. So, just like, for example, if you have problems, so you resort to drinking alcohol or smoking cigarettes. So, yun. So, those are not so healthy coping skills. Then, increase isolation. So you prefer to be isolated. So you prefer not to be disturbed by anyone. You want to be alone. So you feel disconnected from all aspects of yourselves. You do not want to be with a group. You do not want to listen to anyone. You want to be alone. No? So you feel disconnected. So although you have friends, but you try to withdraw from them. So yun. Then, what are the physical signs of stress and anxiety? How will you know na you are already that stress and anxiety? So, one there is uncontrollable worry and dread or fear, meaning you could no longer control, worrying, whatever there that makes you worry, or that feeling of fear, you could no longer control it. So, parang naging phobia na siya. So, yun. If you could no longer control that, so that's already a physical signs of stress and anxiety. Then, stomach and digestion problem. So, if there is already stomach trouble and digestion problems, that's already a sign. Just like, for example, if you are told to face in front of the public and then it's your first time, or to talk, for example, in your oral recitation. So your name was actually called. Then you are told to recite, to explain something there in virtually. So then, since you're not used to it, so there is now a feeling of anxiety. So there you get stomach trouble, then digestion problems. Then trouble with concentration, memory of thinking clearly. So you could no longer concentrate. Why? Because you are thinking of your problem. Then you could no longer memorize what you are supposed to memorize. You are preparing yourself for the exam, but there's none there that would sink in why you are already disturbed. You could no longer think clearly. So that's physical signs of stress and anxiety. Increase heart rate. So magpalpitate, no? Kung nakasulay na mo, di ba? Nga bulbaan mo kung ginervyos. So there you could feel nga your heart there would beat faster. So yun, that's physical signs of stress. Then changes in energy and difficulty sleeping. So you lost the energy, you don't like to move, you don't like to perform this one, and you also have that difficulty in sleeping, you suffer from insomnia. And it would also make you irritable and restlessness. So you become restless, dili mahimutan. Easily gets irritated. Oh, dali ra ka mapungot, dali ra ka maulit. Even small act, for example, with other siblings, younger siblings, so you easily gets irritated. Then how about the behavioral signs of stress and anxiety? So, difference in sleeping and eating behavior. So, there's now a difference. The time that you sleep and your eating behavior was already affected. So, let's say before you sleep at 8 or 9, now you sleep no, at 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning. So, yun. No? Meaning, there is already a difference in your routine, in your sleeping habits, and even in your eating behavior. So in your eating habits, supposed to be you are going to wake up at 7 for your breakfast, 12 for your lunch, then for your dinner at 7 p.m. So there is already a change. Okay, so once once a day ka na lang kumain. So yun, that disrupt your eating habits. Regression of behavioral milestone. You tend to go back to what you practiced. For example, now you want to have in order for you to have a healthy mind and body. So these are the things that you are going to do, but because you get depressed or you are at stress or you have that feeling of anxiety, so you return to what you have done before, the old or the negative habits that you have, or the old habits that you have. Then behavioral changes, your impulse control. Then you also have that trouble focusing. You could no longer control yourself. Oh, you cannot focus. For example, while listening the online class, so your attention is not there. No? Why? As what I have already mentioned kanina, nga instead of focusing, it's actually because of what you're feeling. So you could no longer concentrate, you could no longer focus to what the teacher there is discussing. So increased risk-taking, then irritability and withdrawing. So, moano na ka, imbis kay dili na nimo gabuhaton before. So, you have just decided it immediately, bisan kuyaw, so you did that. And you become irritable, you tend to withdraw from other people, you want to be alone. So, you want to be isolated, you do not want to talk to anyone. So, you withdraw, magpalayo ka sa ubang tao. Then, how we can attend all of this, how we can overcome what we feel, the stress, anxiety that we experience. So one that was mentioned here is balanced nutrition. We really need to follow a balanced nutrition. So dapat our diet includes the grow, glow, or the the grow, and the glow. So that's balanced nutrition. Dapat more on the protein, to make our mind and body healthy. Then mindfulness practices. So that involves breathing methods, guided imagery, and other practices to relax the body and mind and help reduce stress. So try to have, what is this, example of this mindfulness practice is to have deep breathing, meaning you inhale, allow the air to get in, the oxygen, for 5 seconds, hold it for 3 seconds, then release for 5 seconds. So that's one example of this mindfulness practices. Pwede meditation, no? Kanang meditation, you'll meditate. Then try also these physical activities. Just a simple stretching, no? Stretching, jogging in place, walking. So that's physical activities. At least physical activities, doing the exercises 30 minutes a day. So that's already good. Then quality sleep. So for young people like you are, college students, high school students, so you really need to sleep 8 to 10 hours a day. Diba? So to keep your body relaxed. Para maano imuhang cells, mag-divide siya to form another one, to replace those that are damaged. So kinahanglan gid siya matulog to keep your body relaxed. Then you need to have supportive relationships. So who are these? There's people, no, that will support you. You have your parents, your friends. That is the reason why we really need somebody, no, to support us, to share whatever are your problems, especially one, no, that you can trust. Then you should follow the mental health care. So in order to have a healthy mind, body, so we will discuss this one in the last part. Then realize what you can control. So since we cannot control the COVID-19, no, dili magaling ato makita. Okay, we still do not know the air we breathe, whether it contains the virus. So what we are going to focus is not that one, but you can, things that you can control, your mind and your body. So you can control your mind, you can control your body, right? So how will you do that? You keep healthy diet. So again and again, as what we have mentioned kanina, na you should have that balanced diet. Try to eat fresh fruits and vegetables to keep your mind and body healthy. Then exercise. You can do it at home. So since you're not allowed to go out, especially for the high school students, no, so you can do the exercise at home. As I said, 30 minutes a day, it's okay. Then try to get enough sleep. So again, it was mentioned here, you can control, no, your sleeping habits. So try to sleep 8 to 10 hours a day. Then do not smoke or drink alcohol excessively. Of course, this is not allowed for the high school students. So it's better not to smoke. No, learn not to smoke or drink alcohol. So especially you are fond of kana ang mga K-dramas wherein ang ilang mga ladies are allowed to drink alcohol. So I think for us here in the Philippines, it's not our practice, especially you, young people, especially in the high school, the senior high school, you're still very young, especially for the ladies, you are not supposed to drink alcohol. Of course, not to smoke also. It will just add to your problem, no? Napa may pre-existing na condition, plus you smoke pa, plus you drink alcohol, so it will worsen what you are suffering from. Then take care of your mental health. Do not forget to take care of your mental health. Try to avoid worries. No, be sure that you can handle, you can balance. If you have problems, be sure you know how to handle that. Disclose, open up to someone you can trust. Then maintain self-care and personal hygiene. So do not forget, okay, to always wash your hands, to take a bath, then sanitize yourself, your environment, the surface, no surfaces. So sanitize them. You wear your face mask always, especially if you go out, your face shield, and try to avoid crowded places. So in your environment, since you are already there, no, so you have much time na to clean and get organized. So clean your house, the whole house, your bedroom especially, the closet. Be sure to organize everything that you have there. Your kitchen, try to clean that. Or make responsible choices about when to leave the house and only go out if it is necessary. Since the pandemic is still here, since the coronavirus is still here, so you should have responsible choices. If you think it's not really very important, so why not leave? Why are you going to leave the house? So stay. But if it is really very important, so that's the time that you are allowed to go out if it is necessary. Then what you consume, so don't overdo your news and information intake. So try to entertain mga positive news only. No, do not entertain negative one more now with the fake ones. Then get your information from reliable sources. So katong makarely jud ka nga dili siya fake nga news. So dili tatanan mo to what is being posted in your Facebook. No, be sure the information is really coming from are reliable sources. Just like what you have heard nga if you will get vaccinated, dayon mahimo mong zombie. Na zombie na unta mi. Ba? Okay, so don't believe in that. So why not listen to your doctors or to health workers? So muni sila ang mga tao nga reliable. Okay, then watch TV to keep you relaxed or to have a break. So you can watch TV, TV programs nga you like, or movies, videos that make you feel good. Pwede maka-Netflix ka or watch K-dramas, no? Those K-drama that you really like or that could make you feel good. Okay, kanang malipay ka, no? Makakatawa ka. Then, do not also forget this daily wellness tips. So, the gratitude, breath, and be kind. So, gratitude, you should be thankful for everything. Thanking God that you are still alive. Then, the air that is free. And try to list all the things you have done. For example, the projects you have complied, requirements that you have complied. So, you should be thankful. Even mga small achievements. No, you should be thankful for that. And you should be thankful also for those people nga nakatabang sa inyo. So being grateful is one. Then, breath. Do not forget to breath. So maginhawa, mag-relax. No? Kaya kung di ta maginhawa, what will happen to us? So breath. And be kind. So if you have that resources, why not share the resources that you have to other people? Remember, diba, there is a feeling, have you experienced that? If you have shared something to others, then there is a feeling of contentment, right? Then, how are we going to address symptoms of depression? So, one is to reach out for support. So, as what I have already mentioned kanina, you need to reach out for support. So, approach your family, your parents. So, these are trusted. These are trusted people that is willing to support you, your friends very close to you. No? Then, of course, we also have here in the school, do not forget that we also have the guidance office here. So you can also call us here. You can also ask help from us, whatever are your problems. So do not hesitate to disclose whatever is that. We are always willing to help you here. Then your faith leaders. So religious group, whatever religious group you belong. So you can also ask help from your leaders there in your church. Then online support groups. We have plenty of online support groups, but please be careful, ha? Kinahanglan mga legit nga online support groups. Remember, you are not alone. We are all here in this together. Okay. So, you are not the only one afraid of the COVID-19. We are also afraid of that. They also have that fear. You're not alone in complying all your requirements. Your classmates also are actually busy, with the requirements. So you're not alone. We are all in this together. And do not forget to take care of your emotional health. So, as mentioned kanina, it's normal to feel sad, stressed, confused, scared, or angry during crisis, especially in this time of pandemic. But please take care of yourself. So T, talk to others, disclose, open up to someone you can trust. Discuss your problems and concern. Whatever are your problems, do not hide that. No, disclose, open up. You can do that. You can open up to your parents if you are afraid or ashamed to your parents. So we have here our office that is always willing to help you. So try to approach us here. Do not hesitate to approach our office. Okay, we are willing to help you here. Then A, avoid information overload. Take occasional break from news. So as I have mentioned, do not entertain mga negative or fake news. Try to focus with the positive one. So, ayaw pagpalabi, ayaw pasobrahin. Then kept a list of things to be grateful for. So as what I have already mentioned kanina, no, one way of no, one way of taking good care of yourself is to keep a list of things to be grateful for. What are those, that you are thankful for? So try to have a list. At least you are able to to have that achievements. Then eat healthy, well-balanced meals. Do not forget to have a balanced diet. Eat fruits and vegetables, fresh fruits and vegetables. And try to create a routine and try to stick with it. Yes, do not forget to create a routine. Whatever are your routine, you are going to make a schedule. You write all your schedules from the very first day in the morning, then the moment you wake up until you sleep. Okay, nakailistahan sa mga schedule nga this is the first thing you're going to do, the second one, so a routine, your daily routine. And avoid alcohol. As what I have mentioned kanina, avoid alcohol, rather drink more water. Then R, relax, breath. Try yoga and meditation. Stretch, try to stretch out. Keep your body relaxed. Do the meditation. Then last is the E, exercise on a regular basis. You can do it 30 minutes a day for exercising, jogging, walking for 30 minutes. That's already a good exercise. So that is how you are going to take care of yourself. To feel lost is normal, but to stay lost is a choice. So it's your choice. So as what I have mentioned, it's normal for us to feel that way, but you have your choice, of how you are going to overcome what you feel. So again, if you are troubled, visit us here in the guidance office. Our office is open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We are also encouraging you to join the GCC College Guide FB page for the college students. Then you can also join high school students for GCC Guide High School Students FB page. Or you can call me in this number, 0936-823-1178. Thank you for listening and good day.